Hello? Oh god. Can you guys see? Can you guys see or hear anything? I don't know if I actually figured it out or not. Hello? Can you see my screen right now? Can you see Google? Awesome. YouTube doesn't say that. YouTube isn't. Yeah, yeah, only OBS. That's what it looks like. I don't know how to get OBS to connect to YouTube. Because last time I had the opposite problem where it was streaming just through OBS and YouTube said I wasn't doing anything. But now YouTube at least says I'm live. It's just not letting me look at. It says it's using the OBS webcam as the source. I have no idea how this works. You need to set up a broadcast before you can start. I have a broadcast. Select broadcast and start streaming. It's not working. It won't work. I can't get it. Oh, there we go. Can you guys see now? Awesome. What do you think of Sling Mingo? I don't know who that is. Wow. And I also last time I didn't have music or anything, and it was like pretty boring. This time I found a Shark Cam, which also has music. So I'm gonna try to put this in the corner if I can. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get this. Let me get the Shark Cam set up. Um, add a. What am I adding? An application? No, no, no. What am I adding? Window capture. Shark Cam. Yeah, and then make that the Shark Cam, and then no, stop, stop. Shark Cam. Can I crop it? How does this work? How do I crop? I've never used OBS before. Hold transform, edit transform, crop. The top. There we go. There we go. Crop it to the right a little bit. And crop to the bottom. There we go. And then I can put that in the corner. How's that, chat? What do we think? What do we think of the Shark Cam? You have picture in picture. I was looking at it earlier. I couldn't get it working before I started streaming. This works though. Make it take up the whole screen. Yeah, there you go. This is just we're a Shark Cam channel now, actually. need more sharks in the Shark Tank. I don't have control over that. This is just the shark cam I got from Mona Monterey Bay Aquarium. Okay, uh, what's my plan for today? I found a decompiled version of the source code, and my goal for today is to see if I can get the models in here into some sort of lookable, watchable version in here where I can see the models in Scratch. That's my goal. I'm gonna make a copy. So the goal is instead of hard coding the triangles here, like I have. Oh god, stop. I was debugging stuff earlier. Where we have. Is it broken again? Did I not save the fixed version? Or did I just not? Right, right. There we go. Because I did get uh, basic Z sorting working earlier. There's still some edge cases that are problematic. Will there be character animations? Hopefully, yeah. If I can figure out how the source code uh, has them working. The car. Please let me know when the Cars, the video game Scratch version comes out. I don't know what that is. There's a Cars video game. Anyways, in the source code, we have actors is most of the models. Models are stored. I've looked through this a little bit. Actors is like all the enemies in Mario and pretty much every model that isn't a level, and then in levels has other levels. So, but the problem is that I don't know how this is stored. If I go to the model for Mario, it's this, which is a like 6,000 line, yeah, 7,000 lines of code for the Mario model. It's it's stored as 7,000 lines of C. Um, and so you get stuff 7,000 lines, yeah. So I can see here that they're defining vertices, and like this is Mario butt, which I think is literally his butt because down here you have Mario left arm and then like Mario left forearm. So here they're defining it looks like vertices in groups. They have groups of vertices, and then down here they're connecting the vertices with triangles. I don't know how this GSSP2 triangles function works. My guess is that it's making two triangles, and it's using these three triangles and these three points and these 3 points and making a triangle with them. But then they have so they're making triangles this way. That is how I think this is working, but it has code, like, all over, and it does it by piece. Can you create other shape than a square? Yeah, I can. I just have hard coded the triangles for this cube in here. So, I can put any shape of triangles that I want. So the goal today is to get these triangles. I'm probably not gonna start with the Mario model. Here, I think I have it downloaded here as well, which is probably a better place to look at it. Yeah, so I was looking at models. This is the Boo model, which is only 350 lines of code instead of 7,000, and if you look at the Boo, just do I have 2 shark cams open right now? Which one is it? I don't know. I don't know which one it's doing, whatever. The Super Mario 64 Boo. Which model are you doing first? I don't know. Maybe Boo, because I had it open and that's the only reason. Because like, if I can get this, I'll definitely be able to tell if it's working, even though I won't have any, like, textures or anything. Because there's lots of models in here. Actors, these are these are all the models. So I could do, like, a star even. What does the star model look like? It's got this, and it's got this. So it looks like it has 2 separate, like, sections, and what it looks like the general structure. Yeah, star seems like a good fit because then I can generalize this to all the other models. The way the file looks like it's laid out is they start by defining the lights, and then which is like the brightness of each side of it, and then they do textures, they pull textures from somewhere. VS Code does not like this code. It's saying it doesn't know where to pull this from, but it's pulling the textures, and then they define a bunch of vertices, which I'm assuming is XYZ. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what this is. This is probably all texture stuff. I guess it's like lighting, texture, something. I'm not sure. Try getting the Koopa shell. I feel like Star is a pretty good choice. Coda Shark Tank, that's a good idea. Maybe it's the UVs for the textures. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is because they have a lot of data for, like, the textures and stuff that I don't have. But, um, I can't just, like, put these points in. I mean, I probably could, but it would take a long time and it'd be hard, and I don't wanna do that for every single model. God. So, if we're looking at my code, the way my code has it formatted is I have a list of triangles, and each triangle is defined by its X, Y, and Z of each of the 3 points. Uh, somewhere if I can here, yeah. X1, Y1, Z1, X2, Y2, Z2, X3, Y3, Z3, and then a color. But the source code defines it as a bunch of vertices, and then the triangles are connections of those vertices in different ways, which just makes it so that it, like, takes up less space on the hard drive. It takes up less it's more efficient, basically, because instead of having to define redundant points, like, if I'm looking at mine, this point right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, there's 4. 4 triangles here that share this point. So, in my code, what I have to do is I have to define that point 4 times, which is not really that much slower for Scratch, but for an actual coding engine, it is. So the way that they have it laid out is they just have points, and then they have vertices, and then they have it defined as which vertices they're connecting, not as the X, Y, and Z of each point. So this is saying they're connecting vertex 0, which is this one, vertex 1, which is this one, and vertex 2. They're connecting these 3 vertices in a triangle, and then they're also connecting vertex 0, vertex 3, and vertex 1. So then these are 2 separate triangles. I don't know why they do them 2 at a time, but it looks like that's what they're doing. I assume the system of linking the points that 64 uses also makes it easier to manipulate the vertices. Yeah, for sure, for sure. The point is, though, that my code works differently from the source code. So the first step is redoing my entire source code to not the source code, redoing my entire engine to use that same format of defining points and then referencing them, which shouldn't be a huge change, honestly. It's just a change in the way I'm referencing the data, but it is kind of a big change. Could have been the same thing with, like, stuff in Cool Cool Mountain. What do you mean the stuff in Cool Cool Mountain? Oh, I do have the levels source code here. Cool Cool Mountain. Yeah. You have a plan for UV mapping and textures? No, I don't. I don't have a plan. So so the first step is I need to change this so that instead of defining it as points, I'm defining it as vertices. So here in my render, this is what runs every frame. Yeah, my plan is just solid colors for now. If I finish and I really want to, which is a long way out, then I might add textures, but textures are a lot slower, and if I want to try to get it to work entirely within Scratch without using Turbo Warp, then I think textures are just not gonna work. Okay, so instead of adding tries by X, Y, and Z of each point, I need to first add I could just do this honestly without even reformatting my code at all, with just reformatting this first function. I could say add vertices, and then we have this add vertices function. So what I do is I add the vertices and then I add the tries, which might make it easier. So add vertices would have to what is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, that was when I was testing the Z sorting stuff. When you plan doing the bone thing? Once I try to work on animations probably, which is a while out. I'm just trying to get models for the next video. But add vertices. I need a new function which adds a single vertex with here. I'll just do it this way with x1. Or I could just go x, y, z, and this adds a vertex. How? My question, because I want to be thinking about this now, is how does the source code deal with color? Because the way I'm currently dealing with color is I have the triangle defined by the 3 points, and then I have the color of the triangle. And they where do they store color? I'm not entirely sure where they store color. Probably in the texture files, actually, I'd assume. That'll make things awkward if I'm trying to do just a single color. I don't know how to pull that. Oh, man. I like how VS Code just says error type for all these things. It doesn't tell me what anything is. That's incredible. Really helpful. VS Code. Um, I don't know. I'll do color later. We can define the color just here for now. But, here's my plan, is when I add a vertice, I can do this just using my in and out functions that I have currently. VS Code says your code is wrong like 25% of the time. Yeah. It's all I just downloaded the code and opened it in VS Code, and so, like, VS Code doesn't know what this is referencing at all, and so it's just throwing a bunch of errors in every single file that I open. But I know that it works. Where's Mario? I'm getting there, bro. Slow down. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do this like this. When we add the tries, the first step is to clear all the lists and then to add the vertices here. First step is to add the vertices. So when we add the vertices, we want I can just hard code these for now. I can go like add vertex. I'll just make a cube, -1, -1, -1. Um, So these should be the vertices for a cube. And then when I add a vertex, what I wanna do is add it to the list. So I wanna go in X, oh god, in Y, and in Z. I wanna add X, Y, and Z because I have cleared the input list. So now I'm adding things to the input list. So now I have 8 vertices. Then what I wanna do, when I add the tries, where am I? All the way up here, whatever, I'll move stuff later. If you make a 3D engine, would you let others use it to make other games? Oh, yeah, no, for sure. People can use all my stuff for whatever they want. It's just not very efficient is the only thing, is you could just look up a better one. Yeah, the cube doesn't look great because it's not. It's but you can see how I have all the vertices, though. I don't have the tries hooked up correctly, but I have all 8 vertices, and you can see they're in the right spot. Just popping in to say that I love this project, it's very cool. Thank you. Okay. When I add the tries, I wanna add vertices, but then once I have the vertices, I want to add the tries here. Just get rid of you. I have XYZ, or you know what I can do is I can loop over all the no, that doesn't work. I need to define it in a way that they have defined it here. So I'll probably have to rewrite my add try function. What file format are you using? The decompiler that I found for Mario 64 is written in C, because I think that's what the original, Nintendo 64 ran in, was C. Okay, I have a list of vertices. Do you allow advertising and follow for follow? Probably not, no, I'd say no. I watched the first video the day it came out, and checking your channel almost weekly since. Hope you succeed in your journey to create Mario 64. I think it's crazy that people check my channel once a week, check my channel weekly, because I go, like, the whole school year without even thinking about it, and then during the summer, I have finally have free time to do stuff. You might try to make a tiny little engine in C++ OpenGL. Yeah, that sounds fun. I think 3D Engine is a great way to, like, get better at programming if you know a little bit, but, like, need experience, it's a great way. Used to check in every few weeks, but now I'm too old to check now. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. So what I wanna do is I wanna change this function, add input try. Well, I don't want to because I use these later, don't I? Yeah. I'll make a new function, create try with vertex 1, vertex 2, and vertex 3. And these are gonna be indexes, whatever. So don't do that. Create try. So however I have my stuff set up, let's create try with vertex 1, 2, and 3. Or we could do it the way that they do it because C and Scratch are different. In C, lists start at index 0. So if you look at this list, we have index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Versus in Scratch, that's the wrong. In Scratch, lists start at index 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm gonna do it the way that they have it with 0, 1, 2. And then when I create a try, what I wanna do is I wanna do I add input try? Yeah, that's what I've done in the past, is I add input try, and this is x1, x2, x3. So what I do is I take in my input list, oh, add input try adds it to the input. instead of the output, and I have where is it? I have a function that says input list equals output list, which clears the input list, pushes the output list to the input list, and then does that. So I might have to do that here, where I go instead of adding an input try, I add an output try, and then at the end of it, I input list equals output list. Let's just check if this draws anything at all. Yeah, we have a triangle, but I don't want it to be these numbers. Um, what am I doing? Uh, we wanna reference the input list because I add stuff to the input list. So we go, like, item probably I just item v1 of n x, right? Item v1 of ny, item v1 of nz, and then we just do that same thing for the y's. Or not yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for v2. So we go this, and then instead of v1, we have v2. Ny, nz, and then we do it with the third vertex. Because the structure of this is that I'm plugging in the index for the triangle. So triangle 0 is this, or point 0 is this point 1 is this point. So then in my code, I go point 0 should be this first point 1 should be so what I actually need to do is I need to add 1, because if I'm doing it by the vertex, do I have, like I do, I have Vx, V0, V1, V2. That's not whatever. I can just use variables to make this a little bit smaller. Oh god. V2. So then I do V1 plus 1, V2 plus 1, V3 plus 1. So then I can just go Vx, which is V1. Just makes my code a little smaller. X, Y, Z. And then for color, this is an odd one. I don't know how to do color, because the way they do color I don't know how they do color by the texture, and this is probably all the texture information. Or this is lighting information. Why do they have 4 different lighting pieces? This is all the XFF, which is I don't know. They have lighting defined somewhere in memory. I don't know how this works. They get texture for this, texture for this, the vertices for this. Um, I mean, we have a triangle formed by presumably these first 3 vertices, which that looks right. That looks like isn't the color in the texture? Yeah, the problem is I don't have textures, so I just need to figure out how I can temporarily get the color here, and then I'll go through later and probably scrape texture data or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I'd assume each face would only have 1 lighting value in memory. Uh, the thing is, smooth lighting, if I look like the way that they have smooth lighting across the whole thing, so I'm pretty sure that it's each vertex has like a shading normal, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how it works. They are clearly storing 4 values here. This might be the shading, is my guess, is that these 4 values are shading somehow, and then this is probably texture or UV or something. Does this mean an actual video is coming? Probably. Probably eventually. I don't think that the lighting is in baked into the texture. I don't think it is. It could be. But for now, what do I wanna do about this color? I could add it here, create try with a color like this, and then I could that's not what I wanted. So then I can just say make it green or red. It's not red. Oh, because I didn't do this. There, now it's red. Is this for Super Mario 64? Yup. The light in Mario 64 probably works like the light in Minecraft? I'm not sure if it does. I think it's based on the normal of the triangle and not based on, like, a light source. I don't think Mario 64 has light sources. Anyways, now we have triangles that I can do like this. So I can go with no, that didn't work. Oh, we wanna do this at the end. There we go. Look at that. Uh, triangle is back, yes. I don't know how to get the the right I'll have to write a function later that takes data and does that. I could actually do that now. I could go add data or add try data. Here, we'll use fancy words. Initialize try data. Look at that. And then I can make a new function called add tries that does like the same thing as add vertices, where I just go add vertices, add tries, and then I can store the data here for now. This will later fill it with like level data and model data and whatever needs to be done. Instead of normal, it might be better to just shade the textures based on simple rays. My plan is probably just to literally hard code the lighting for each triangle in the data somewhere rather than calculate the lighting each frame. I don't know if Mario 64 actually does that. Minecraft just has a light value for each face due to Mario 64 being less cubic and IDK having smooth lighting. Shouldn't do that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I watched a video on smooth lighting. I have a bookmark right here. And it didn't talk about Mario 64 specifically, but I can see that it does. Do the functions about screen refresh? You're right. I've been I've been forgetting that. Not on all of them. Some of them have it. Anyways, I don't wanna go through and figure out the the right vertices. Not that. God. Here, I'll make it also draw a wireframe just for now so I can see what's going on. Just at the bottom of this. Can I not outline try with black? Ugh, black. There we go. Oh, I don't have. Oh, is it not? Is these sorting? Wait, what? Oh, I see. I'm not about to make a whole cube though. What am I doing? I don't. We don't have a 7. Wait, what happens if I go out of bounds? It just goes to 0, 0. 5D, why does that work? What? Why? Whatever. I'm not gonna make a cube right now. I'm not. I don't want to figure that out. What are you doing for a depth buffer? Right now I'm doing just Painter's algorithm where I get the average point and then sort by the depth from the camera of the average of the 3 vertices, and then I use that to draw it from back to front. There is edge cases where it doesn't work and it's annoying. I'm gonna stick with this for now. I'll probably go back later and change it because it doesn't work. It's gonna be horrible trying to import models. My plan is to write a Python script, and I was gonna maybe do that today if I have time. I got like an hour before I gotta go. But I've done this now. I've changed the formatting of the whole system. Get this stuff done with the rest of the code. I have here, I'll just have a square for now. We have a square, look at that. The next step is to scrape data from Mario 64. So the first thing I want to do is actually just test that I'm even correct about my interpretation of it. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to literally hard code in some of this data because I want to see if I'm at least correct in what I think the layout of this data is. Just make a minimal viable product and fix it later. Exactly. Exactly. You wrote a program that imported .obj files into Desmos? That's cool. Why do you have a fish cam? It's so you don't get bored, and also because it has cool ambient music, and the last stream didn't have any music, and it was awkward. Anyways, so I want to define these things. These points are really far away. I'm gonna have to change my movement speed. Can I tab through these? I can. -89. Oh, that's so helpful. -201, 0, 0, -129, 0, 1, 146. I can also use this method in a script. I can write like just a macro that'll just go through and fill all this stuff. 0, 8, 90, 257, 84, 0. Do you have a plan for handling the limited processing power? Just optimizing it as much as I can, not using textures. That's that's it. It's probably gonna run really slow, but it should be able to run in Turbo Warp at least. Is there kind of file size limit on projects? I'm not sure. I actually don't know if there's a file size limit. I haven't looked into that. 1, 0. Okay, we need more. 0, 0, 246. Oh, I wasn't typing. I was where was I? 84, 0. Here I was. 0, 246, 0, 96, 99, 0, negative 95, 99, 0. And that's all the points for this section of the star. The star has two segments. Code just can't be above 5 megabytes, and assets can't be above 10 megabytes. My assets shouldn't be above 10 megabytes, hopefully, and 5 megabytes sounds like a lot for the code. Without Turbo Warp ensures everyone can do it and is more vanilla. Yeah, I wanna see if I can do it without Turbo Warp is the big challenge because Turbo Warp makes things easier, and that to me feels like it's ruining the whole part. You've been recreating Roblox in Scratch? Geez, good luck. Is interlacing possible in Scratch? I'm not sure what that means. Anyways, so how many tries do I have? Line 40 to 50, so 11. 11 tries, that's 4, 8, 11. We have 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 3, 0, 6, 7, 4, 8, 6, 4. Oh, there's a color that I'm overwriting. Gosh dang it. Ah, 2 and 4, 5, 5, 3, 0, 6, 7, 4, 8, 6, 4, 9, 11, 4, 11, 8, 4, 0, 7, 6, 0, 8, 11, 10, 5, 0. And then now we can come out. Oh, I have to increase my movement speed. Where is it? Here it is, process movement. Oh, I have a speed variable, don't I? Yeah, let's set that to what, how fast is 1. Look at that! We have a star. Do you have a backup outside the Scratch website? I don't. I should probably make one, honestly. Pretty sure you can't have, for example, infinite 9 megabyte assets. Just can't have. Oh, really? Interlacing is very weird and only theoretically possible. You definitely need some automation script. That's what I'm thinking of doing is, because I know Python and I can just write a script. In old CRTs, they would show half a frame at a time by doing all the odd and then all the even lines. Yeah. Look at that. Dude, I'm proud of this. I feel good. Let's make them all red. Why not? Or you know what? Let's make them all yellow. Okay, so this means that I was right. I was right in how the code is storing models. Call this guy a nerd. No, I'm not a nerd. What do you mean? Nerd? Okay, this is good. Now we just need wait, this is only there's a second half. It does it 2 at a time. What does it do if I also do the second half? Because if this is this, and then what's all this? Because it does it again. It defines everything again, and these are clearly different points. So I'm not sure. Why'd you private the last live? I didn't. It's unlisted. There's a playlist on my channel where you can go into the playlist and you can see all the live streams I've done, which right now is 1. This is the 2nd one, but it's just in a playlist on my channel if you wanna watch. I just didn't want I've had, people I'm subscribed to in the past that when they do, like, a bunch of streaming, they stream every day, and then my subscription feed is filled with their 8-hour streams every day, and I don't wanna watch them, and so I just am trying to avoid that by just unlisting them. There's a weird issue with the N64 specs that had a max amount of vertices. I'm not sure. After calculating with your current approach, you will run out of memory very quickly. Maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know how much what do you mean run out of memory? Because lists can be very, very long. Like, I've seen lists that are tens of thousands long, which is probably not efficient, but they don't run out. Do you mean, like, of the 5 megabyte code limit? Hopefully shouldn't. It's just importing, yeah. Lists are basically infinite values, yeah. Lists can only have 200,000. Ooh, wow. Oh, no. What am I gonna do? I wanna see what happens if I include the second half, because I think that second half might be the second half of this star, and I have no idea what this is. Well, if this is just the second half of the star, we can start writing, like, a compiler for this. 'Cause I don't know, they have, memory indexes here, and I don't know what these are indexing, and I also don't know what any of this means. Oh, wait, does this have the color? No. I see color. Sync, geometry mode, env color, combine mode, texture block. It gets the texture. Okay, this is getting texture. Yeah, I don't know what any of this does. Fun fact, when SM64 is being made, they used 2D sprites for the stars. Yeah, they've used 2D sprites for a lot of stuff, like the trees and stuff, so billboarding is what that's called, so I'll get that working at some point. That should be pretty easy. Now you can make lists with the vertices of the modules, but IDK. That's maybe what I'm planning is having different lists for each, like, thing that I need to store. When you start the project, it'll just load up all the data, I think is what I'm planning. If you were to item bundle even just the vertices, you could cut down the memory size very much. Yeah, I might do that because the actual source code does that. I don't think it's not a bad idea. The model is split into segments because the Nintendo 64 can't do a big model all at once. Yeah, I figured. The Mario model was split into, like, 15 different parts. I'm proud of you, Jit. Have a good rest of stream. Thank you. Thank you, Evaporus. Load all values in the list, literally like RAM. That's what I was thinking, yeah, pretty much. You can store a triangle in 9 items. True. Or you can store it as vertices and then as indexes of those vertices, and you can cut down on the total memory usage there. Anyways, I'm doing the second half of this. I'm gonna not be able to read chat for a little bit. 0, 3, 1. Got it. 1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 9, 4, 10, 4, 5, 10, 0, 2, 7, 0, 6, 8, 0, 11, 9, and then 10, 0, 9. Did I miss one? Am I crazy? 0, 1, 4, 7, 9, 4, 0, 0, 0. There was a 1. 0, 0, 0. 10. What am I doing? Wait, what? Where did this? Is there just? That doesn't make any sense. What? How is there an extra triangle here? Is this bottom one not real? That's not a real triangle. Okay. Bam! There we go. That's a whole star. Make me a little bit faster, please. Here we go. Look at that, chat. What are people saying? I think it would be possible to interlace the models by showing half the triangles and the other half. Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, if I wanna do it all in one frame, I have to do it all because otherwise it's gonna cover up other triangles. Why not combine them and make it so the amount of value stored every triangle is halved? What do you mean? What do you mean combine them? Scratch has a separator block. I don't know what that is. Add a bot bundling, you go from 9 tries to 1. Yeah, I have kind of doing that. I'm bundling it here, and then it's just stored as 9 things because I can't store it as 1 thing. Use clear graphics effects as a separator 'cause oh, yeah, separator. Yeah, Scratch doesn't have, like, comments or anything. I've seen people use, custom blocks where they do this, and then they have this, which you can, type into, and then you can do this. You can have comments like this, which is really smart, honestly. I should probably do that. There's also you can use those as separators, or there's also these comments. Oh god. You make a vid about the star. Yeah, my hope is for the vid to be more about Mario, but the star is a big step in making Mario. This is important. So yeah, the star will be in the video. We're gonna add online multiplayer VR support, lore, and multiple endings. Yeah, for sure. Store dialogue in the list too, yeah, probably. It only took me 3 years to see a star made in Scratch with every second. Yeah, super fast, I know. Next big step will be Mario's head. I'm not gonna make the home screen Mario's head yet. Making a 3D render doesn't even know how to I just showed you how to make comments. That's not fair. Where are the microtransactions? Yeah, Mario 64, but I added microtransactions. Okay, I don't know what any of this is. Should I code this in and see if this doesn't even have anything. This is more vertex data. It doesn't even have more triangle data, and it's a different length than this. This is from 21 to 32. This is from 78 to 87. Maybe it is. No, this is longer. I don't know what this is. It defines more vertices. Only, what, 9 of them? 10 of them? So this data can't be used because it has 11 and 10, which are too high. What's the next model? Probably Mario, but I need to do some things before I get there. What coding language is that? This is C. Mario 64 was written in C because that's the language that the Nintendo 64 can run. You mentioned the title screen. I wonder how hard it would be to make your face stretch. I've seen people do it, actually. I've seen projects of the face stretching. Are those the vertices for the eyes? Oh, maybe? Maybe these are the vertices for something else. I'm not sure. Can we look? Because I don't know what this is indexing. And they just call everything like texture and shader file. Texture, wait, what is this index the same? Ends with F0. F0, hold on. Wait, what? Where did I see that? Where did I see F0? Am I tweaking? Oh, up here. Oh, this is where this stuff is stored. I don't know. Can make it so Mario touches a Goomba. The Goomba takes Mario to court and you have to defend yourself. Yeah, I like these ideas, guys. Actually, the N64 compiles C into assembly into machine code. Yeah, bro. My computer turns C into assembly into machine code. That's what it means to run C. recreate Scratch in Scratch, then recreate Scratch in the recreation, and then make Mario 64 in Scratch. Yeah. Okay, I gotta write a Python script now to do this automatically, is the goal. I don't know what any of this is. It doesn't define triangles for this stuff, so I'm confused about what this even is. So we're probably just gonna ignore this for now. Okay, here, I wanna write a Python script that takes this file and scrapes the data from it here, and then writes that into probably just a macro that I can then just run. Use 2D sprites like Doom, and it takes up less space. Lots of stuff is billboarded, so there's some stuff like the trees that is 2D model. 3D is better. Triangle renderer was impressive enough. What do you mean you made a star model? I mean, the once you have the 3D model that works the way the source code works, you just have to copy the numbers that are here. I mean, I don't even know what any of this is. I'm just looking at the numbers. The eyes would only be 4 tries. I'm pretty sure the eyes are part of the texture data. Super Mario 64 star. Yeah, that looks like part of the texture. Is it this version of it? No, it would have the same number of points. It'd be the same. I'm not sure. What if Patch made Scratch and Scratch? If you're going for Mario 64 in Scratch, then that saves you a lot of time. Yeah, yeah. One eye is the texture, actually it's reused twice. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, what would this even look like? Here, let me outside of this folder, can I just make a new file? Where does it put this file? What? New text file? I don't want a text file. I want a Python file. Here, I'll make it on my not you. I will need you eventually, but not yet. Stop. Downloads, sure. New. Can I see this? Can I go I haven't made a Python file in so long. Uh, model maker, we'll call it, dot .python. Yes. Yes. Okay. What are people saying? Are you gonna make Mario 64 on Scratch? Yeah, bro. Why can't you make text files in VS Code? I don't know. Because VS Code is a glorified text editor. True. What am I doing? Here, I wanna copy the file and, like, get it as, like, a text file maybe, so that way I can just work on it directly as a I feel like I've worked on text files in Python before. Yeah, let's search through my old Python files. God, what are any of these? Google. Read from a C file in Python. I just wanna look at it. The text content. The random vertices seem to be called during the lighting step. These vertices? That would make sense. Waiting for Scratch to add a fill block to the pen tool. Yes, please. Oh my god. Wait, yeah, I wrote a Python file when I was making my last video that, turned it read and wrote to a text file. Wait, where is that? It'd be in my is it in my scripts? No, I don't know what this is. I have a folder on here somewhere called, like, 3D video stuff. Maybe it's not in here, maybe it's in my goodness, there's a lot here. Maybe it's in, like, documents. I hope there's no sensitive information in there. No, it's not here. I swear it was in downloads, I just had it, but what? Use the thing search. I don't remember what the folder was called, and I know it's just in here somewhere. It was before this. It was after this. I feel like it 3D. See, I don't remember what it's called. What is Armix? Wait, it might be loaded in my no? Counter. Here it is. Counter dot python. Counter dot text. What are we doing? Use .kasane files for stuff when you need to store data? That's good. I can't remember what code I wrote because I wrote it, like, 4 y no, not 4 I wrote this 1 year ago. Because I wrote it a year ago. But look, I had this text file which just had a number in it, and it would name my MS Paint files for me when I was making the video. Wow, awesome. Counter.python. Here it is. Let's see how this works. Okay, I load a file, and I read the file, and I'm also able to write to the file, and I have type number, which writes out this with n as a string. So then the main, I add F12, F11, and F10, and then when running, I wait for F10, and what does this do? When I press F12, it increments, it runs this function, which sets the number to load number plus 1, and load number gets the whole file and just reads the whole file. ChatGPT, create a C parser for me. Exactly. I'm doing this myself. I'm not a I don't know, I'm better than that. I'm better, as I have no idea what I'm doing. It reads the file, it deletes the old stuff, writes the new number no, save number. Oh, it writes the new number to the file, types it, and then prints which number I did. As an AI language model, I'm not able to create you projects in Scratch, as that is outside of my large language model capability. Okay, so we take this, and we go here. For now, where's my file manager? Please stop. I have this. I'll just go to wherever I am, which is what actors. Oh God, actors star. Where's star? Where's the star? Is it not in alphabetical order? Hello, star model. What I want to do is I want to copy this and then just paste it in my downloads for now, but then rename it to a .txt file. Yup. See that that worked. Perfect. Okay. My GPT says it can't give me tips on where to hide the body. Woke. True. All the AI language models are so woke. All the liberals trying to stop me from hiding the body. Anyways, can I copy this file path, please? Thank you. Paste this. Not here. This is not the one I'm editing. Let's import all this random shit. Here, just copy all this. We don't need this. This is because I was looping. Except instead of this, we get the file path. Hello? Copy his path. Paste that right there. Nice. So now it can get it. Uh, should I add like a title? Can I do that here in OBS so that people who are new to the stream know what's going on? Can I add? No, where? Text? Hello? Title. Whatever. Where's the title? Where's the title I just added? That's all. Whoa, there it is. Okay. What am I doing? I'm running like a C compile. I'm putting a C to scratch and then make that text smaller. Move it over here. Awesome. And now I don't have to explain what I'm doing because I don't know how to explain it. Which is the R thing before the starting path do. I think if I remember correctly, I have no idea, actually, if I'm being totally honest. I don't remember. You can look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. I trust my code. Okay. I wanna test this, so I'm gonna how do you just print here, let's just name this the file. Print can I do string? Can I do this? No, I think I could do it like this. Here, I'll copy this. If file exists, then open with open file R. So it looks like it's looking for this R tag, and the R is telling it how to open the file. As file return int file.read. Except I don't want this to be an int, I want this to be a string. So I can go return load. I'll just make this called load or load load file. And I don't need a semicolon or anything because it's Python. Is this all I do? All right. Boring needs more Subway Surfers. I have a whole shark cam, you guys. You can't be getting bored. It's gonna be a direct port. Yeah, I'm just gonna literally read the code and write a macro that types it for me. What time is it? 5:40. I gotta go soon. Good thing about Scratch is that anyone can copy anyone's code. True, I could for inspiration, yeah, I could take code from Crystal Seeker. The problem is Crystal Seeker has a lot of code, and I don't know what most of it does. R equals reading, W equals writing, WR equals reading and writing. Awesome. That answers that comment from 10 minutes ago. Okay, I wanna test this. Open my goodness, open my console, and we want to run this file. So Python, can I drag it from here? No, I cannot. File Explorer, run this. Does it print? It does! Look at all that! Okay, so we're getting the file. This is good. What do I wanna do with the file? What I want to do is I want to look for where these vertices start. Someday there's gonna be a Scratch DOS simulator. Yeah. So it looks like what am I looking for in this code? Are these spaces here? Is it giving me spaces? 'Cause that'd be kind of annoying. I guess can I go, like, per line of it? Can I loop over the file? Text equals load file. So I have the text. What do I wanna do with the text? Store levels, different levels in different projects and use CC set files for saves? I'm not sure how that works. I'm probably just gonna store it all in one project and then use whatever data I need at any given time. Anyways, I'm looking. How do I do this? Are you doing the regex? Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what that means. Loop over the characters of the lines of the X, Y, Z values and find the first three complete numbers. That's what I'm thinking I have to do, is I have to loop over probably I have to find this quadruple open bracket tag first. And then once I found it, I loop over these three numbers and then these three numbers, or no, these three numbers and these three numbers, and then these three numbers. Cut the string by spaces, save it in a list. Oh yeah, wait, how do you do that in Python? I don't remember. Split string by, can I do, what's it called? An indent? Not indent. What's it called when you go to the next line? My new line? No, not AI mode. Regular mode. Regular Google mode, please. Give me Stack Over. Give me real people. I need to determine which string has a new line. String dot split lines method. Awesome. Text dot split line. Can I just do that? Can I go text2 equals text dot split lines? Print text2. What does this do? God. Write this. Oh, that looks atrocious, but it looks correct. Probably. Let's index this. make this easier to read, let's see, can I see what is the first line? Star. Is that is that correct? That is correct. Okay, I'm splitting it by lines now. So then, what I wanna do is I wanna loop over every single line. What are people saying? Dot strip and text strip. What does dot strip do? Returns a copy of the string with leading and trailing white space removed. That should make a difference. I don't think that makes a difference. Oh god, it probably does. I think I do need that. So then I'll just can I go just no, I need to do it per line. You can simplify that by doing just file dot read lines instead of loading the whole thing. Awesome. That does save some confusion, I think. So now can I go text 0? I'm just testing that you're not lying to me. What? I'm gonna go back to whatever I was doing before and remove the dot string call. Oh, because wait. Oh, because it makes it a string on a oh, you're right, because it makes it a list. My bad. My bad, gang. There you go. Awesome. There's a spammer. You're right. They've stopped. C to scratch compiler? Yeah. Okay, stop singing in the chat, gang. Should run dot strip. That's where I run dot strip. So that it removes all the white space. Okay, you can't do that on a list. I'll do it on each individual line when I loop over it. So I wanna make a loop. How do you do loops for I in range? Isn't it this? And then I can do the length. Or do I do text dot length dot length? Does anyone know how to actually get the length? Monterey Bay Aquarium, yes. We're to see a compiler to high level code. Yeah, we got it. Don't trust Google Gemini. I won't. They said that Pandora Palace from Deltarune had the freedom motive. You could help me code? I think I'm good. I think I got it. Me and Google. Or no. Len, okay. I haven't coded in Python since I took an entire Java course, so if I suck at coding, that's why. Or can I do this? Can I go oh, can I do this? Can I go per line in text? Can I just do this? Google AI claimed Venus was bigger than Earth. Pretty sure that's not true. Pretty sure it's smaller. Just a little bit. You're correct at Python. C is greater than Python. You're right. I'm not gonna write a C compiler in C. I mean, I could. A Python enhanced loop. Yep. Okay. So for each line, we wanna say if the line, if the first 3 of the line here, because the way that Can I pull up the here, let's pull up the code over here. Oh, goodness. I'm losing track of all my tabs. What is this? Okay. If line index is 0, can I do this? Is equal to frickin' triple open bracket. Um, print line. Gang, I'm gonna be honest, no semicolon. This probably isn't gonna work. It's giving me red. It doesn't like it. We're gonna try it anyways. Yeah, indices must be integers. String indexing. Can you set your OBS to 1080p? Oh yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't think about it being small. I'm not sure what is that right now. Settings. Hold on. Where's my? How do I see the video? It says it's at. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's 1280 by 720. It's probably 720p. I don't know. Maybe next stream, but this stream it might just have to be hard to see. Sorry. Or I could zoom in the code. Here, wait. I can do this. There we go. That better? That better, gang? I don't want the index method. No, 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 no. There we go. It's a colon. I'm sure there's more problems with this. Oh, it didn't do anything. Oh, wait. Do I have to dot strip? Remove the white space? Because R before O. Like that? Go to settings and go to video. And I looked in settings and it was grayed out, probably because I'm currently streaming. Did they just close the frickin' shark cam? Oh my god. Here, I have a backup. It doesn't have music though. I have a reef cam. Look at that. Look at me. Here, I can get the music back. I can just open the shark cam. Hold on. Unless they're opening it again. No. Here, you guys get reef cam now. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. Hold on. No. There we go. Reef cam. You can't hear the music? You can't hear the shark cam? Really? Seriously? Oh gosh. Can you not? What? It says you can. It says you can hear my desktop audio. It's coming through the mixer. Seriously? Man. Wait, what? Is it 'cause it's not getting my audio from OBS? It's just getting my video? That's annoying. I don't know how to pass it through. Right. Wow. We only hear your mic and keyboard. Wow. I need to figure out how to get better at streaming. Yeah, 'cause it's just getting my video from OBS, it's not getting my audio. I don't think it's OBS that's the problem, is the thing. I think it's YouTube, 'cause YouTube is just picking up my mic. I think it instead of microphone, I don't know if I can change that midstream. Can I? Can I change my I don't even remember where that was, where that showed up. Language, recording date. channel level settings? No, this is just ads. Man, wait, I'm not sure. Can I show my OBS? I mean, I can. This is OBS. It shows the desktop audio. You can't hear my mic, or you can hear my mic because it's just coming through on YouTube. Here's the thing: is on YouTube, it's just taking in my microphone. It's not even taking in the OBS audio. It's just taking in my microphone audio for the audio. Press mute on the desktop audio. It's not that. The problem is, like, it's not even picking up my mic here. It's because YouTube is using my mic instead of using OBS, which I think is something that I can change in the setup of Nextstream, but I think I would have to stop stream in order to change that. So, I guess you just there's no audio to stream, which is kind of awkward for you guys, but for me, I can hear the Shark Cam ambient music, so I feel fine, and people are watching. But next stream, guys, next stream, I will have ambient music, I swear. Next stream, everything will be worked out. Anyways, what was I doing here? Can I do line that strip here? That's not gonna fix anything. It's just gonna I'm trying to get the code from this source code. Why doesn't this work? It should print the lines that start with these triple brackets. If I just print the line always. Oh, have I not been saving it? I have autosave on. It prints all the lines. It prints them all just fine. What if I strip the line 4? People are typing code in. If line.strip starts with, okay, so if uh, line dot starts with, then print the line, and I'm stripping it here. Can I not strip it here? Hold on. There we go. Thank you. Result equals m dot split for m in read. Find all r slash. Wow. I mean, that would probably work, but this also works, and I coded it with only a little bit of help. Okay, we have all the lines. So then I need to get just this coordinate part, which, I mean, it looks like they're adding spaces in it. So can I just go like it has this white space at the beginning though. Here, line dot strip to get rid of that white space. Ooh, awesome. Then can I print just this is indices 0, 1, 2, so index 3 on. Can I do this? I can. But then if I dot strip it again, I should just get the number. Yes, the number is at the beginning. Okay. So this is the x. So we can go x equals this value. And we can print the x. And now we have, or no, because this is not the x yet. This is just it sliced down to here. So now what we want to do is this a consistent length every time is another question I have. If I do like 20, No. Huh? Whatever. Wait, no. Oh, because 'cause I'm not printing anything. Good one. It might be. If I didn't do 26, does it include the final bracket? It does, always. So 25, and I just get now the raw coordinate data. Oh, I have not been reading chat. The lines start with spaces, not bracket. Yeah, no, in Python, it's fine. But line equals line dot strip in the front, and you can remove dot strip from the if. You're right. Yeah, 'cause then I go, yeah. That's what I was trying to do earlier. Line equals line dot strip, then I can just call them as line. And then what else? When a number is found, check the values after it. If it is not a number, assign that to a variable. Yeah, or I could, another is look for the comma. Can I do index of? Can I go print x from 0 to x dot index of? Is this a function? Dot index, it's just dot index. Index a comma. Here, get this back as well, so I can see what I'm looking at. Presumably, you're pulling SM64 models in from source C files. Yep, this is the source C file. You're getting model values and then using that in Scratch. Yep. Now you can do dot split comma 0 dot strip. Yes, so I have X. And then this is the X. So I can go, this code is not efficient at all. Hold on. That's the X value. Or I could strip off the first bit. So I have the line, hold on. I have the, what? Oh, wait. Go back. I wanna undo. Chords equals this. Chords, chords. So now I have the, I can print. Print chords. There we go, we get the raw chords. I feel like your code will work better, so I'm gonna stop suggesting. I mean, the suggestions are helpful, but I'm also not really reading chat, so I've been slacking off and locked in. Yeah, I have coordinate. Can I just remove space from string Python? I know this is possible, I've seen it done. Yeah, dot replace. So what I can do is I can actually dot replace. I can replace spaces with nothing, and this should get rid of spaces. I've seen this done before. Yeah, so now I just have this. And then Do you want anyone to help you, or do you wanna just do it for yourself? I think I got it figured out now, at least for this part, but the help is sometimes helpful. If I read it, though, is the problem. I I'm trying to read all of chat while also coding. It's hard. Um, I have chords split string by anything, it doesn't matter, it's the same. Dot split? Can I do dot split like this? So then dot split by comma. This should make it, into a list format. Yeah. So I have X, Y, and Z of every single point in the source code. This is pulling it directly from the source code. The only problem, there's still one problem that I can see, is that this ends at this -95.99, which is right here. Because what it's doing is it's also coming down here and pulling these vertices, and I don't know what these vertices are. Uh, but they don't have any triangle data connected to them. Isn't there a command line in Python Y use PowerShell? I don't know. I don't know how to can I do this? I can do that. Because PowerShell makes me seem cooler and smarter. Um, okay, I have the coordinate data. I have too much coordinate data, actually. I want to go only until it stops. How can I do that? Because the way I'm doing it right now is just if the line starts with this, but that's not exactly what I think I want, because I want it to only do it by block. You should damage your eyes and wear glasses so you seem smart. That's a good idea. Because everyone knows that people who wear glasses are always smart. That's what if you're smart, you wear glasses. Every smart person wears glasses. Add the vertices and show them as a dot so we can see them. I don't have code for that. I'll add code for that. Vertex, which is just gonna be a point. Um, and then add vertices, which is just gonna add all the vertices. Man, I don't know how to do this. This is a longer project than I feel like I am here for now, but I feel like it will be helpful. You know what? I'll just no, what I did. What? Oh, I already have an add vertices. Wait, I have 2 add vertices. Wait, what? I don't have add vertex, do I? Oh, I do. Wait, what? What did I do? What did I just do? I have multiple definitions for things now. Can I delete this add vertex? No, wait, what? Undo. Stop. Um, why the fish? Because it's cool, and so you don't get bored. Writing Python to parse the data from the C file to make it easier to port models into Scratch. Exactly. Because I typed all this by hand, and it took a while, longer than I'm willing to do for every model in the entire game. I think I can, now, like, make a macro where Where's my old code? This, whatever this is. Um, how are you gonna animate Mario? Figure that out later. I'll do it however however the game does it, which I don't know how that is yet. It is possible, but really hard. Yeah, and it's probably gonna be super, like, resource intensive. Will the SM64 have parallel universes like the original? Oh, yeah, I'll make sure of it, don't worry. Don't worry. Just typing in the coordinates gonna be automated, that's the goal. How does this Pi Auto GUI work? Okay, when I run the file, can I wait? Is there a wait? How do I wait? Keyboard dot no, that's waiting for a key. Can we wait? Wait, Python. Time dot sleep for 3 seconds. Do I have to import time? Okay, wait 3 seconds, load the file, and then run the macro. This is gonna be running the macro. Did you see Josho Beretta GBA Mario Port? No, I don't know who that is. When is Pizza Tower gonna get some attention? I haven't played Pizza Tower. Maybe making multiple models of Mario's animation. The way that the actual game does it is they use, like, a bone structure, like how stuff does, like how modern animating softwares do it. Convert C code into Python, compile the C code into an executable file, and then decompile it into Python? That seems like more work. I just need to type this. Auto GUI. The documentation. Okay, I can press keys, I can write. So what I wanna do is I think I wanna write or no, I do yeah, PyAutoGUI dot write. Write the first coordinate and then PyAutoGUI dot press is tab. Can I do tab? Press tab and then type the second one. Okay. Type the next one, press tab again, and then write the third one and press tab again. And I just do that for every line. Hold on. And I just add I have the correct number of blocks. We can test this right now. Hold on. I go like this, select this block, and it should fill in all this stuff for me. It's doing it. Look at that. And then it's not gonna stop, and it's gonna keep going because there's too many vertices. Stop. Let me add some more here just to here. Fill that in, and then I can actually not see where these vertices are because I have no tries connected to them. So now the next step is to add the tries, is to make it also fill in the tries. I could do that as a separate file. Wait, because how are the tries stored? Let's look at the code. The tries are stored in this GSPS 2 triangles function, which draws 2 triangles. parallel universes are caused by SN54 using 60-bit integer, while floor detection uses 32-bit integers. The way I can do that in my code is that I can just use the modulus. I can say Mario's position is modulus for the floor detection, modulus the 16 integer limit, because then that'll give me parallel universes. Can I make me see the vertices? Where's my add vertex? Where is my add vertex? It's here. Can I just like look at this? Can I go? Can I go? How does project tries work? Because my idea is that I can just project these vertices and then draw them, and I don't have to do anything special. I have project all the way over here. I remember project right here. It just it just takes every point and it projects it. So I can just do that. I can add stuff to the input, project tries, and then I don't want to draw tries. I want to. Oh god. Yeah, something just let's lobotomize this for a sec. I'm good at coding. Oh god. Don't draw triangle, just go not to the average. What is this? Oh, I was getting average stuff. I don't need this anymore at all. 0, change it by 1, repeat length of nx, go to does it just save it to nx in go to I of nx, I of ny, and then uh does it draw them? No, it's not doing it. Whatever. Stop. I don't need this. I'm getting sidetracked. Oh god, chat. Don't project rise. Don't do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't need to do that. I'll do that later. What I'm doing right now is writing a macro for the things. I'll do it the same way I've done kind of my other one, actually, because what I've done is I have hotkeys that run functions. So I can do that. I can go keyboard dot add hotkey, and I can say, let's make my F12 key do the vertices, and then I'll make a new function. How do you do functions? Def vert, and this function writes all the vertices, and then I don't need this. And then, do I need this before my code? Do I need to load the file after? Where do I load the file here? Just at the top? I load the file at the top. Or no, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, file, okay. I need a running because I need it to be a loop. I need it to run until I press the key again. This is gonna be basically the same layout as my last one. As this. Because then I can add a exit script and then exit script sets running. No. Sets running to false. You're right. Thanks. And then while running, wait for me to close, and then print exiting. So now what should happen is it should wait for me to press the button and then go. It should do nothing until I click on here and press F12, which is not, did not work. Oh, do I have to pass it text? Do I have to load file here? Where am I loading file? I don't have anywhere that I'm doing that. Text equals load file. So now, why? Stop. Run it, click on this, press F12, which I want to change because F12 is already bound to something, but then it goes and it does it. And when it finishes, I press F10 and it exits the script. Awesome. What are people saying? I remember not being able to represent numbers which should be included in the full 64-bit range in Scratch. I think Scratch can, because Scratch uses just floats for all the values. Unless you're talking about Super Mario 64. Add global text to the top of vert. What, like this? No. I figured it out. I don't need it. This would probably. Can we add an aquarium connected to another aquarium connected to another? That's a lot of aquariums. I only have the one. I have the aquarium and then I have a shark cam, and the shark cam is down right now. The shark, they blocked it. The sharks are asleep. Because it's like 8 or 9 PM over there. That's too many aquariums. That's what I said. Anyways, let's change this not to F12 because F12 is already bound to something. What isn't bound to something? What, like F4? Nope, F4 does something in here. Go away. F4. Literally the words global text instead of text. Then just call load file. I don't need to though. Global text. And then out here I can say text equals load file. That's not how you spell global. Global text. Maybe try Alt F4, yeah. Oh, my bad. F14. Yeah. Okay, the point is I can add a second hotkey, F5, for the tries, and then I need another script for the tries. So I def tries. I do the same thing like global text. Here, I'll just copy it for each line in text, except that I want to do some slightly different things. It will not be the exact same for each. Okay. Back to Python coding, everyone's favorite, because I'm really good at this. Change text outside that and then beforehand. Yep. Make sure make the aquarium the size of the screen and then put it at 50% opacity. The title misled me to believe you importing NN models. I mean, I'm importing the Mario 64 models, technically, if you think about it. Anyways, if instead of if line starts with whatever this is, we say if line starts with GSSP2 triangles, then I don't want to write anything yet. Let's save this for later. Print chords. I mean, it'll be probably like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll start with 13, see if that 13 through probably higher than 25 because I want both coordinates. I have to do both coordinates in this case. Let's just see what this prints. Oh, I have to press F5. Okay. So this is where 13 is going. So what, 15? Okay. 0, 1, 2, and then we have this random thing, and then this. So I need not 40, it's higher than 40. 45? Hello? There we go. Not quite 45. Let's go 43. F10, F5. Nope, still not quite. 42? 42. And n equals neural network. Maybe make a simple test object for it to render that isn't just a shape. This is technically a test object for it to render, and I've been testing this. I don't currently have a way to get the color data, but the next step is to remove this one. So we're gonna look it up. Remove Python remove list items. Remove banana or dot pop. Dot pop removes the last item. That's not what I want. Dot del? I mean, whatever. Sure. Del chords. What is it? 3? 0, 1, 2, 3, the third index. Save this. Run it. There we go. So we have X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. So N equals no neural network November. Awesome. I'm back. What's happening? It says right here, I'm writing a C to Scratch compiler. That should that should explain it all. Add Deltarune? No, next stream. Not right now. I'm not getting sidetracked. Split a list into 2 lists into chunks. Yeah, into chunks Python. Dot batched? That's too much for me. AI. I just wanna break it in half. This is more than I need. I don't know this. Here, I'll just go no, whatever. Here, we'll just do it twice. I'll just hard code it. 0, 1, 2, tab, tab, and then 4, 5, 6, or no, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, tab, tab, and then just do that for all the triangles. Let's, test this. Here, I'll zoom in for you guys. Close it and restart it, and then click here and press F5, and F5 reloads the tab, so that's not gonna work. Oh god. Oh god, oh god. Stop. I need to change the keybind to something that doesn't do anything. Okay, it stopped. Stop. Not F3, does F5. Does F3 do anything? F3 does that. Does F2 do anything? F2 doesn't do anything. We found it. Oh god, what did it do? How did it even do that? I don't even know how you did that. Okay, it's F2. F2 is the chosen keybind. Let's rerun that. F2. Nice! It's getting all the triangle data. Isn't the failsafe like to jerk the mouse to a particular corner? That doesn't I haven't coded that to do anything. It doesn't stop it. It did I did not have enough space apparently for all the triangles, even though I did have enough space, and it's actually crazy, and it's losing its mind. 1009 is the last triangle. What is all this? Do I have is there GSP 2 triangles anywhere? Oh, there is! Oh, they have more triangles, just randomly here. They have 4 more triangles for some reason, except it's using probably this data instead. Probably is what it's doing. So we're gonna ignore that for now. That's not my problem right now. Let's see if it worked and made the it oh, what? Where are my vertices? Where'd they go? Why do I only have 2 vertices? What the heck? Not to fear, I have a function that deals with this for me, and I'll just add some arbitrary number, and then the function's still running, so I just press what, F4? Was it F4? And watch it build the star. This is cool. This is cool. Why not generate a list which you can then import? That's what I did. I made it generate a list. I'm just then typing it instead of importing it. Moving the mouse to the upper left will raise a Pi Auto GUI failsafe exception that can abort your program. Oh, that's good to know. Look at that, we have a star, and I generated it from the code. This is exciting. I would, now try to go run this for the Mario. The problem I've gotta go, but I will show you one last thing before I do go. The problem with that is if I go to, like, the Mario, wherever it is. Mario, where are you? Mario model, it's in multiple sections. So they have it in vertex group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then they define all this, which I don't know what this actually is, because they do yeah, they have all these triangles, but they have 10 different groups, and these only go up to index 14, so I'm not sure what all this means. Because then they have another group, and then they say the vertex they're referencing is from group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. They don't do that up here, though, for some reason. Wait, left arm, Mario butt. Oh, they do. Group 1 is this, group 2 is this, group 3 is this. So I'm gonna have to update my code to take into account different groups. Those are for each body part. Yeah, I'm aware. My code doesn't account for that. It makes one long list and then makes one long list of triangles. This has a list of points, 10 different groups of lists of points, and then compiles them individually. And so it's not using these big numbers, it's using the highest it goes is like 12, which is saying the 12th one in here, not the 12th one of all the triangles in the model. So, yeah, and the Mario model is 7,000 lines. It's probably for the animations. Yeah, it's probably for animations, and it's probably for optimizing and making it easier to edit in the future. I understand why they would do it. I just have to work around it, and my code currently doesn't do that. So there is still more work to be done with this script right here. There's still more work to be done. But that will have to come at a future date because I am gonna go for dinner right now. We did good today. W stream. I am going to end the stream now. Bye, chat. See you, probably not tomorrow, unless I am really up for it, but probably later than that. I mean, this stream took place like a week after, like a week and a half after. Anyways, goodbye, chat. W stream. W stream. We're at 57 viewers right now. That's a lot. That's a lot more than last. Last time I peaked at like 35. We're growing, and I will see you all in the next stream unless you don't make it, which is fine. Bye.